The Powerful Quad. 4 companies silently controlling your life. Introduction. Try doing one thing. Put your phone down and ask yourself, since waking up, how many apps have you used? You search for information on Google, buy things on Amazon, browse Facebook or Instagram, hold an iPhone or MacBook in your hand. You think these are just tech companies. I used to think so too, until I read Scott Galloway's book, The Powerful Quad. And then I realized we are not just customers. We are living inside an ecosystem designed by the 4 most powerful corporations in the world. The scary thing isn't that they sell products, but they understand us better than we understand ourselves. How can 4 companies change the way people shop, love, work, and even think? That's the journey this book will take us on. Chapter 1. The War Without Guns. In the past, empires were built with armies. Today, empires are built with data. Scott Galloway begins with a bold statement. The greatest power of the 21st century is not in the hands of governments, but in the hands of technology corporations. No tanks needed. No weapons needed. Just, they need to seize your time. And when they seize your time, they will seize your attention. Where there is attention, there is money. And where there is money, there will be power. Chapter 2. Amazon, the Empire of Convenience. Scott calls Amazon the embodiment of the hunt instinct. People always want things faster, cheaper, more convenient. Amazon understands that. They don't just sell products, they sell feelings. The feeling that you can have anything you want with just a click. Every warehouse, every algorithm, every delivery vehicle, they are all built to answer one question. How can we make it so customers don't have to think? And when convenience becomes a habit, Amazon is no longer just a store. They become a part of life. Chapter 3. Apple, selling emotions, not just phones. If Amazon sells convenience, then Apple sells aspiration. Scott argues that Apple doesn't just produce devices. They create an icon. An iPhone isn't just for making calls. It tells the world, I belong to a community. Apple makes customers willing to queue for hours, not because their old phone is unusable, but because they want to own a special feeling. That's the power of branding. People don't buy products. They buy the story the product tells about themselves. Chapter 4. Facebook, the attention management machine. This is the chapter that made me think the most. Facebook doesn't charge users, but it has become one of the most valuable companies in the world. Why? Scott answered with a simple sentence. If you don't pay for the product, then it's very likely you yourself are the product. Facebook makes money from our attention. Every like, every comment, every pause for a few seconds in front of a post, all become data. And that data is worth more than gold. What surprised me was, what Facebook competes with isn't other social networks, but each person's time of day. Chapter 5. Google, the machine that knows everything. There's a question that startled me. Who knows the most secrets about you? Your best friend? Your family? Or yourself? Scott suggested it could be Google. Google knows what you search for at midnight. It knows what you worry about. It knows where you want to go, know what you want to buy, and sometimes know even things you haven't told anyone. Google doesn't just answer questions. They're building a map of human intelligence. Chapter 6. What the Quad Really Sells. After reading this far, I realized Amazon doesn't sell products. Apple doesn't sell phones. Facebook doesn't sell social networks. Google doesn't sell search engines. What they really sell is human behavior. They study how we think, what makes us happy, what makes us afraid, what keeps us glued to our screens. That's why they're so powerful. Not because of technology, but because they understand people. Chapter 7. Who is in control? Scott doesn't just praise these corporations. He also poses a question. When a few companies possess too much data, too much money, too much influence, is that good for society? It's not a question with a simple answer, but it forces us to think. Every click, every agreement to terms, every piece of information we share, it all has value. The question is, who owns that value? Chapter 8. The Biggest Lesson. As I read the final chapters, I realized this book isn't just about 4 companies. It's about the future, about how technology will continue to change the way we live. But Scott also reminds us, technology is not the enemy. The important thing is, don't become a mindless user. Understand how the platforms work, so that you are the one controlling the technology, not the other way around. Conclusion, an inspirational message. As I closed the book, I held my phone in my hand. It was still the same phone, but I no longer looked at it the same way. I understood that every app is created to attract attention. Every notification has a purpose. Every swipe of the screen is part of a trillion-dollar competition. But the greatest thing Scott Galloway brings is not fear, but awareness. He doesn't tell us to abandon technology. He only reminds us, don't let any algorithm dictate your life. If today you only remember one thing from this book, remember this. In the digital economy, attention is your most valuable asset. Use it like a wise investor uses money. Don't waste it. Don't let others decide for you, because in the end, it's not Amazon, it's not Apple, it's not Facebook, it's not Google, it's how you use your time, attention, and knowledge. Who knows? Right after this video ends, you might pick up your phone again. But for the first time, you'll understand that the most valuable thing in your hands isn't the phone itself. It's the power to choose how you use it. Please subscribe to the channel to listen to great books every day. Thank you.